Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm here, Elma. Tonight we have Harish Kumar of CrawlQ, and today is the masterclass two of our three series masterclass, and we're going to talk about sales and marketing funnel, the TOFU, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, and Harish will explain it to us why it is important, and at the same time, we are going to have a very practical application in CrawlQ or using CrawlQ. Okay,
Thank you.
so
Thank you for
thanks,
inviting me.
Harish. Yeah. So I hope you're feeling better now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Last 2 week was a little bit difficult. It was just seasonal October impact that I had, but now
Okay.
feeling better.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So glad to hear that you're doing well. So shall we start? Because a lot of people are waiting for us to know more how to train Athena.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
So
I'll share my screen, and this time we can
okay.
directly jump into the tool because last time we did more like a theoretical foundation. This
Right.
time we can directly jump and see an actual example. I will ask you some question, and based on this, we will follow through the research process. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
So I hope let me know when you have a question from audience. Pause me because I can only work on one screen. Uh,
Okay.
but hopefully everyone can see you and me as well, right? And let's take one example, right? Um, to start with, right, it's very important that we understand our buyer, their current situation, about their own understanding of what problem they are having and what solution they are looking, right? And in order for in order to sell any product or service or market any product and service, it's essential that we capture our buyer's decision journey. So buyer have a decision journey. They first need to be aware of the problem, what their problem is, to what extent they are aware of this problem, and to what extent they are looking actively for a solution of that problem. It's also worthless, right, if somebody knows that this is a problem but they have this preconceived notion, or there do not exist any solution for this. So whatever we make, if there is no solution, that's not the point in selling something. Even though it is a problem, we can't solve every problem, right? So first
Right.
we need to understand, is there a valid problem in the market that can be solved? If that can be solved, then are our audience are aware about this problem? So understanding their awareness about that problem, and then if they understand that there is a problem and recognize this problem, then we can create content to educate them how to solve this problem and in relation to our product and service. Correct? And
Correct.
then once they get aware that, hey, I have this problem, there is this solution, I'm trying to explore more how I can solve this problem using this solution. And that's exactly the stage where we want to attack them with middle of the funnel content, educating them more, showing them in product demos, showing them how to use this service, or showing them how other people are using this service and getting benefits like case studies, testimonial. The different types of content are then mapped to the each stage of their decision journey. And finally, once they decide that they are ready to take your product, then this is a different stage where they are making a decision where they are about to put their credit card and security code and press the payment button. At this stage, you need to be less emotional but more logical. Show them the actual ROI, show them the actual benefit, and then the entire stage differs, right? I guess some noise because of the
Yeah, is that your dog and there's a
yeah.
ambulance or police or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have a dog, and he's really thinking that he's driving this ambulance away.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay, so let's start with this.
Yeah. So let's take a real example. I'm going to ask you some couple of questions. You know that
Okay.
we have three methods. We can start from a template. We can order a research, but here we are going to do start from scratch. So let's put like what example you have in mind.
Okay, so one example I have in mind is something that we've been thinking about, is online reputation management.
Okay, online reputation management. This is the name of our workspace.
Right.
I need to put company name, domain name. So just come up
Just
with
put my company name is fine, non-tech techie.
say again non
Nontechim, and then techie, techie.
TECHI non techie.
Yeah, that is fine. Let's do it that
Okay,
way.
let's do that way, and also let's put a domain name here. Just for everyone's consideration that this domain name is important because either currently or
Oh,
in
then I better give you my domain name. One moment, the correct
the,
one.
yeah, it's
Uh,
okay even if we don't get it, but if you have
mhm.
domain name, correct name, then give me the domain name.
Okay, so
Yes,
NONTECHTECHIE
again TECHIE
CHIE.com.
com. It's https non-techie.com, right?
That's correct.
Right. And then your main discussion point here, or the main topic that you can talk to these people, is about the SaaS online reputation management, right?
That's correct.
SaaS. Let's start with more simple because online reputation management. Okay, that's kind of our main topic. It's important to keep this in mind because any product or service you start, uh, don't think that this is a keyword. This is like main discussion point because without this you cannot even think about problem, right? So
Right.
we are trying to start with a reference point and a hypothesis, and reference point is online reputation management. So you must have a reference point, and if you don't have a right reference point, then these are other features like spy on audience, search intent. You can get more better understanding of what is that reference point. And there's whole course about this also prepared by Prumadan on the seed research, so you can come up with the right reference point. But I'm assuming that we have a reference point, and that's what your reference point here: online reputation management. And our audience, let's say, if you wanted to talk tomorrow, you have also some good starting reference point or hypothesis that you want to talk to SaaS founders, right?
Right.
SaaS founders, give me a little bit more context. Who are struggling to manage online reviews, respond to customer questions. Anything else that you want me to add?
Struggling to respond to negative reviews, in fact, even
Sure.
more specific to that.
Struggling, yeah, struggling to respond to negative reviews. Anything else?
Mainly the negative reviews is what we are
Yeah,
focusing on, because
exactly.
sometimes the SaaS founders, they love their product so much,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just one negative comment, and quite a lot of them become childish and stuff like that. So this is
Right,
what we are trying to prevent from happening. So because how the founder is perceived is very important to any company, whether it's a SaaS
exactly.
company or it doesn't matter which one. But the founder must be looked up to, and there's too much. People are looking at them all the time, so
Right,
it's very
right.
important to keep up to have a good reputation for
Right.
founders.
Now, to be honest, this is also a very keen topic where I'm interested in. And for
Mhm.
every SaaS founder, there's a learning curve. When I started, I might not be knowing all the nitty gritties and details, and you don't know about the community. So I can see from both sides,
Right,
and there's a lot of education gap that is needed for founders, especially maybe those are very young founders, and of course people who has work experience. Maybe I managed it in my later stage, but I also struggled in the beginning. So this a
Right.
very good topic that you're working on it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So this is our only input needed for CrawlQ to start with, and I want to repeat this because we also evolved where initially we were asking a lot of initial questions, but we find we sort of worked on it, and with more data, we prepared our AI to manage the whole process in a more automated manner. So many people have a wrong assumption about CrawlQ that they need to provide a lot of input. No, you have to start only some basic reference point, and you can also make a hypothesis. You can also take this as a test reference point, and then as you get more insights, you can refine with another workspace, with another workspace, right? So this is how I would do if I wanted to start a business. I will take a test workspace, put my initial reference point like this, and then create research around it, and then go through some more details. So
Okay.
what happens? What happens here once we do this? It starts seed research. It pulls the relevant data on which we train AI, and is going to give us some more context. So SaaS founders who are struggling to respond to negative reviews manage their online. That this is what we know already. Then it goes on its own. SaaS founders who are focused on online reputation management, looking for a scalable solution. Maybe because this is still a seed research, I can make some correction here to get the right context to Athena. So maybe for not a scalable solution, but they're looking for a service, right?
Right.
This which can help them to moderate reviews and manage perception. That's what I'm adding here because this
Okay.
is coming from your reference point, the discussion that I have with you, right?
Right.
So
That's spot on. Yes.
it should not be very difficult to change some of the initial seed back, right? Micro niches were making it more specific. SaaS founders who are struggling to respond to negative reviews and manage their online reputation on, let's say, popular platforms like, let's say, AppSumo,
AppSumo, G2,
G2, G.
Trustpilot.
Okay, let's put it like
There's
that.
so many
AppSumo,
platforms. So
G2.
Trustpilot, Capterra,
Let's put it like product hunt also.
Product Hunt, and the Facebook communities and LinkedIn. So actually, it's a big, wide
Yeah,
reach. Okay.
Facebook communities. Um,
A LinkedIn.
yes. So everyone who is watching us have to bear with us a little bit because we're taking an example and we are making some changes. So you know then the little bit grill of the initial process because you can either make it really accurate here or you can test and come up with more ideas. But this is where you can give it more specific direction to the research process. And I will add Facebook communities and let me add LinkedIn
Right.
and maybe let's say product hunt. Okay, we can
Okay.
always make this larger, but then this start getting complaining like
I never noticed that tick mark there. So if
because
it becomes yellow, it means it's too complicated already.
no, it's just a good practice to keep them to the point short because if we add too much information here, then it's a kind of sort of pollution or not very specific. So it's good to make it in a short, like let's say 15-20 words. It's indicator that it's good enough, right?
Okay.
So it's not going to have a blunder if you add too much or turn red, but then we are kind of polluting the context too much. That's assessment here. Like industry vertical is, I would say
Um,
SaaS reputation. SaaS is our vertical, but within SaaS we are saying SaaS reputation management.
and shall I say PR, public relations?
Yeah, we can also add that SaaS. Uh, we can instead like this. We can say SaaS PR management. Yeah,
Right.
I think public relations is a bit broader, but still it fits within this big vertical.
Yes.
So it also come up with a persona idea, and of course we can add some little bit more context. Josh is 37-year founder of SaaS startup. He's struggling to respond to negative reviews, manage his online reputation. Josh wants to build a long-term organic growth strategy. I think again I have some disturbance. I'll close the door. Be
Okay.
back. Apologies, not
Okay,
sure.
Ernest, I got your feedback. Okay, so there's a feedback from Ernest about this process, and we are only on number 5. He
Yes.
finds that this process to be quite exhausting,
Yeah.
and is it possible to have it more streamlined?
Yes. So we are working on another refinement where you
Hmm.
won't even see this process because
Oh,
then it's the backend process, and we are very much close to that where the initial input that is sufficient because we have now enough data for us to train the AI and also put the appropriate data. So we don't need to make correction here. But the time that you are spending here is still worthwhile because this is exactly you want to avoid in later stage that your content is not to the point. Even if you go to any other tool, you need to reinvent your wheel and again think about the idea. But if you spend like 5-10 minutes here, good, then of course you have to worry less in the later stage because you know exactly that you're going in a very specific direction. And these are only 8 questions, so already all of them are green. We just need to make sure that we are adding the right context, right?
right,
So Josh wants to build long-term organic growth strategy in place of paid ads, and perhaps it's important that he manage his online reputation because if you are going for paid ad, maybe you don't worry too much about because you can put a lot of money there and still you can get the result. But if you are purely building a long-term organic growth strategy, then online reputation become more and more important because that's where people are going to search you and find you, right?
right.
Long term in place of it, and manage his personal brand and his SaaS reputation. It's a good idea to start with a persona in mind. So we are always talking to Josh in this case. Josh is 37-year-old and he has some attributes. We have defined those attributes. Website name, company name, you already provided. Main topic, long tail topic is already coming as a suggestion. How to create social media campaign for your online business, and campaign is also part of your
Online
reputation,
reputation, yes.
right? Because if you wrongly create those campaigns like lifetime deal campaigns or any other campaign, that's where I think all the problem comes from how you communicate during this campaign, be it Black Friday campaign or any other campaign. How you communicate and manage the perception or also the expectation, that is very important, right? And if we
Right.
address this, then we are going to address the reputation as well. Did you know that online reviews can have a huge impact on your business? Yes, they maybe
Yes.
not know. And one of the emotional payoff is I want to show my customer that I care about their satisfaction, and that's a review on. I mean, that's enough. Ultimately, the SaaS founder want to have an emotional satisfaction or emotional payoff that they want to ensure that they care about their customer. That's the satisfaction they want to drive. That's their emotional payoff, right?
Right.
So these are the only initial input. As I said, in newer version, this will also disappear as a kind of checkpoint, but you can always come back to this checkpoint and make correction, train Athena again. But for some people who find it overwhelming, I think that should solve that problem because then you can jump to the next steps and see yourself and come back to the process and change where you need.
Okay.
So at this stage, we started with some reference point. We provided some basic input. We also make sure that we did human intervention to make sure AI is in the right direction. Now at this stage, we are answering top of the funnel 55 questions. So that's really top of the funnel awareness. If I go here, it takes some time to process because several data sources and the models that are used are being called here to make sure that the answers are unique, correct, more aligned or highly correlated with our original reference point. So it's not like we are just going and grabbing the data and showing it. There's a lot of things going in the back end to make sure
Right.
or improve the quality of the research also. These are like video tutorials are here as well. So you can also click on the tutorials and see the information. I need to quickly check why this was not filled up.
Yes, strange.
Yeah, that was a bit bug. But you can see the other information here, right? I'll come back to that because this is all we already provided as an information. Now you can see that in terms of demographics, it provides some answer already. Who is the decision maker? What is your role? Age, gender, location. We can be very specific that we want to target global location, right? Some
Right.
here, their occupation. They can be also originally, if they are non-techie, then can be author, speakers, but also business consultant. I'll keep it
Uh, right.
founder as a business consultant because maybe these are the people who get more, or maybe developer people who from the developer background, right?
Right.
It's basically tech oriented SaaS founder.
Correct.
They can be single or
They can be
married.
single or married. Yes.
Yeah, they can be both. They can have 10 to 15, 25, or maybe 5 to 10. It depends on what age or what people you're targeting, but they can be 5 to
To
10
10.
years of
Right.
experience.
Also, you this one can be arranged.
Yeah, yeah, you can always give it a range because
Hmm.
this is not an exact number. This is
Right.
still a text field, and this text field helps Athena to get more and more better in terms of getting the
Okay.
information. So for now, I save it. Also, it will grab more information like how to create social media management, how to create an online community for your business, online reputation management, how to make money with social media, how to use LinkedIn for your profile. We can always make them more specific and more better, right?
Right.
If you wanted to make some changes here, that's fine because more changes you make, the more better it get. You can also go through this feature, search intent or spying your audience to get more data about this. But I'm assuming that most of this information will be 80% or 90% to the reference point, linking to the reference point, right?
Right. Say,
Because
how do you use that spy on your audience and search intent?
yeah, for example, if I want to just go here, let me first save this one.
Okay.
I'll quickly show you. So you can go here and you can search online reputation management, or maybe let's do it on this one. You can see that different people are asking different type of information, or you can see what is online reputation management, what is online review management, what is internet reputation management. Online reputation management can help you, how it can help you. You see,
Okay.
so there these are the different types of question people are searching. Even they are searching for some comparison questions.
But this doesn't show the volume of how
No,
many times it is
it's
asked,
not
right?
context. It's not
No
in
context.
terms of
Okay.
volume, but more in terms of context. And if you want to see more volume, then it's more like you can check a keyword tool. But here is more actual question that people are asking, right? In
Okay.
terms of different information, you can also search more. So, what is online reputation management? If you are on the top of the funnel, then you are focusing on these topics. How do I use online reputation management? And now what is important that when we press the button train Athena, Athena is already pulling all this information from the all available sources, let's say online sources from Google or from Reddit or from Quora. These sources were already pulling these information. So that's what exactly go behind the scene when you train Athena. You don't need to do yourself all the research because Athena is pulling all the information from these different sources. When I say transaction, when I go into a funnel stage two, then the information that is going to pull will be more around this affordable online reputation management, best online reputation management tools, services. So as the intent change, as you move to the second step of Athena, you also change these parameters so that you get more specific information as per what they should be actually searching, right? And you can find all these information here also, like the trending topics. So you can just copy it, go to Excel, open in keyword tool, research tool, and maybe you can fetch all the volumes and other things. But all this data you can just easily grab. You can see how much data you can grab here in terms of what is trending on the Google online reputation management value. On you see everything about online reputation management, right?
Right.
So using this information, and if you have a keyword research idea, you can also enrich some of these answers here in the niche semantics, and this will help you to be more specific or more optimized towards what you're looking for as a goal in terms of those keywords, right? So
Right.
that's
For
another.
example, there's a long tail topic four that is not relevant to this, like how to make money on social media.
Yeah,
So,
so we can change it with an
right.
appropriate topic that you find there or in
Okay.
any other keyword research tool. So you might have a keyword research tool, you can add there. Let's say um, how to respond to
Negative reviews. Right.
reviews. Now I'm adding this, but I don't know how much volume this has, right?
Right.
So better you can check a keyword research tool and you can see how exactly you want to add some of these topic here, which has also relevant volume. Then this will become our starting topic point or topic clustering point where all the other topics or correlation between different topics will be pulled together, right? So this is also a way to optimize your SEO related effort or initiatives when you are using this approach, right? And then on the other stages, you can quickly go through this list, but most of the time it is to the point. The big problem: I want to grow my business but I don't know how to reach new customer. That's their problem. I care about my customer but I don't know how to show them this. That's also their problem. No one is getting the right information about my business. That is their problem. You can see it's very to the point where reference point. Have you ever, the single big question they are asking is, have you ever wondered what's it like to go through the process of receiving your first five-star review? Now, this is very good question that you can write about, and very topic, very important topic, and you can get them emotionally drawn to your funnel if you write topics like this, right? Single big result: I want to drive more sales growth by getting my customers to tell others about my business. That's very relevant. Roadblock they are facing: I just don't know how to get started. Pain point they have: I want to cut down on the amount of time it take me to publish new article. Blah blah blah. Right? You can review. Some of them are right hitting the nerves. Some of them are a little bit off. You can always correct them. Right? So this process should not take you more than 20 minutes to set it up if you have the reference point already, and it's always you can come back and improve it, right? That should not be a problem.
Okay. When it comes to the keyword research tool, Jao has a question. What would be the best keyword research tool that Harish recommends, that you recommend apart from SEMrush and Ahrefs?
um, it will be very hard for me to recommend a keyword research tool. The way I would like to do is um, have a don't focus first on volume but focus on your reference and research point. And if we start focusing on filtering based on volume, then we are doing the data first approach, which is wrong. We should do first an approach where we understand the problem more in detail. And once you get into maturity of that understanding, then maybe follow or apply the keyword research approach. That will be my suggestion. But in specific, if you ask me what will be the keyword research tool, it will be difficult to answer because I have seen the use cases from company to company. They differs. I was advising Philips as a big brand, and they kind of keyword research tool they use is completely different. They're using tools like Sidebulb for SEO, which is not used by um, more smaller businesses, right? So it depends on the complexity of the business. I
Okay.
need to by hand put some information here because I think there was a little glitch in the beginning. We have SaaS founders who are looking for online reputation management. For this demo purpose, I'll just copy this information.
Right.
I'm not sure. Just a minute.
And PR,
Yeah.
PR management.
I'm just keeping some of the details.
Okay.
So the time it works, sometime I can understand that there could be a small glitch here. But
Right.
now we can train Athena with this because we have all the curated answer in the first step. Since if you have subscribed to Reddit and Quora, you should be able to just stick here. And what is we are doing now, right now? We have our initial context. We have also refined some of the answer. So this is in the niche section here, right? And to give you a brief idea, this looks very complex, but you have the market research, your initial top of the funnel. Then you have the market research insights. You have search intent, which is you're pulling all the relevant data from Google, and you can also put in URL. But we also added, let's say, Reddit and Quora as a source. And next, we are working on LinkedIn as a source. So I call it social listening. Social listening means you have awareness of a problem or solution statement, but you are listening all the conversation that is happening around this topic, online reputation management on Google, on Reddit, on Quora, on LinkedIn. And then the system is able to classify this information based on top of the funnel intent, middle of the funnel intent, and bottom of the funnel intent. So this is how I call social listening. Social listening is like top of the enrichment of the data that is around on the social media. And of course, as we move, we can connect more data sources. If we have on-demand data source connector, we can also do this in our future releases. We can also add URL, or later we should be able to add whole website as a data source depending on the user request, right? But now we are ready with the initial idea and connecting all the data sources. When I press this button, it of course takes some credit because you can imagine behind the scene we are collecting a lot of data, processing them with NLP, and then making sure that they fit in a particular structure where we can create sort of semantic relationship or knowledge graph with this Athena. So it's like pulling all the data, cleaning them up with the NLP, enriching them with our initial sort of information, and making search kind of a search index like a Google search relationship. So when even once you obtain Athena, you can go here and search any information. You can also see how the different sources of data from Reddit, Quora, or from Google, or from your own market research, you're pulling the information.
Okay. So while we are waiting for that, Jael has a follow up. So it makes sense. regarding the keyword volume. For a start, and we can start with more natural needs.
Right, right. We can start with more natural reference point. Once we understand our problem solution statement better, we can always go back and change this uh, topic, another topic, and retrain Athena, which is sort of second layer of change that you want to do, right?
Right.
And I will show you later, maybe not in this one, but in the another session that we will have, that will be focused more on the um, content creation itself, like how you create content, right? There also we can do this in, trick.
Okay. We have to wait. Athena
Yeah,
is busy
it's
powerlifting, deadlifting.
it's taking a little longer sometime because maybe there's a lot of data on this topic, on these
Right.
sources, Quora, on Google, everywhere. But if doesn't work in fast, then I will maybe not select other sources, but just for the sake of the time.
Right. It's okay. Can wait. Okay. Done.
We had some
Oh,
issue
failed.
not search intent failed. So I'll try to maybe remove this two option and do only Google and see if I can get faster results. It happens because sometimes the volume of the data can be too high, which is not manageable within the API time. See, it's getting too fast now. If I remove them, uh, you see. So we if we only have the Google data, then it's very fast. But sometimes Reddit and Quora can crash. It's just because this subject that we have chosen is voluminous, maybe on the Reddit and Quora. Uh, but let's continue for the demo purpose, right?
Okay.
So as I said, if at this stage, if you want to go back, you can always go back. Um, you can even go through your keyword research tool and change these main topics. Once you train Athena, you can also generate more insights here. Even you can start creating some content. You don't need to go to the content creation. You can always start already here to test some of the ideas. Maybe a small post outline, maybe write me, ask me Athena, anything that you wanted to test, you can also do here. So
Okay.
it quickly open up this. You can also do the advanced mode. In this advanced mode, you can go through this data. It's already pulling a lot of information based on what we have initiated, right? And here you can even select any any line or any item, and you can ask or expand on it, right? So you can already see that if I select something, I can say write me Athena, ask me Athena. I can expand on them. So you can already build more understanding here if you want, and you're only focused on research. There is also one way to do it, or you can come back later when you want to do more information. Also, good to watch out on this instruction. Maybe it will get you more better understanding, right? But if we continue to research, and that's what I will suggest. First, do this. Don't go on the insights. Just do this plain research, test research, and go through the answers. Does they all of them make sense or not? And then we jump on the content creation piece later. But one point to note: more insights you create, and again you train Athena, is going to make your workspace more and more powerful because you have then more in-depth, specific knowledge that you're injecting during this process, right? If I create insights, I work them out, filter them, make them clean, again train Athena. Is again we are building the knowledge. We are building layer upon layer of the knowledge. So then middle of the funnel will not be taking long, except of course you want to review the information. So I'll put these are only two input here.
Okay.
Elma, I'll put full name.
Yes, Elma
Elma,
Pena.
Elma
P
P
P E N A. Yes, ENA. Right.
EENA, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And think about the product or service name that you think should
Just
be.
say online reputation management. We don't. Yeah.
Let's say uh, online online reputation management. Yes, that was corrected. Um, you still have a service, right? Online reputation management. So why don't we give a name to the service? That would be interesting, right?
True.
Yeah.
I really cannot think of a name right now. We even have to change the name of our group, and until now, we don't have a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
why
let's just
why don't we call it Elma Pena Online Reputation Management?
okay.
Right? That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Elma Pena Online Reputation Management for techies, right? Let's call it
Right.
like that. And you also see here sources. So important to mention here, uh, if we have trained on the Google, Reddit, Quora, everything, then you will see all these sources here. So we only have right now Google and market research, our original research. But if we have, let's say, Reddit, Quora, that will also appear here. And what it gives me a flexibility to influence my research more based on the channel that I'm more active on it. If I am confident that on this topic I have very good data on Reddit, right? You will have some basic idea about it. If not, then you can always go in the search bar and see what kind of data it's pulling from Reddit, but you always have some kind of feeling that on this topic there's more data on Reddit or more on the Quora, or if I even want to do some test, I can take out one of the source here. That means all the second stage research will be influenced by only this source, or we can choose both of them, right? um, my advice is do some little bit reflection on your channel where you want to be more popular. Is it on Reddit, or is it on Quora? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it on Google organic search, or is it purely a community driven Facebook sort of outreach, or is it everything? Then select everything, but just having awareness of this choice or being conscious of this choice will give you more better quality result, because then you can influence the research process from that data source, and you can also create content which is more powerful on that particular channel. Because I can tell you the content that you create on Facebook doesn't work on the LinkedIn. The content that you create on LinkedIn, if you put it on Facebook, it's a little bit kind of more formal versus informal, and also each channel has its own style and users, right? So you can also influence that process. So in this stage, I'll just do this only two input, and then I have a lot of information, like more than 300 questions that are getting answered. And I will not walk through all of them, but I will give you some glimpse of important things.
Okay. You mentioned earlier that you are in the process of streamlining the top of the funnel, right?
Yeah.
And when is that available?
We are in the testing phase, but what we are doing now is when you input this initial, like your main topic and who you want to target, then we want to do all this process in one go. So, top of the funnel, training Athena, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, train Athena. So, user don't have to do anything. They get all the funnels pre-populated with answers. They just need to research and review. So all these steps that I'm doing right now in front of you will be all automated. And you can ask me question why it took us so much time, because we are validating all the inputs. We are making good data behind the scene so that we can really fine tune the system. It's not possible to start from scratch like that, because you have to have good quality data. Data is important to fine tune your AI. So we are done with this, and I expect maybe 2 week, because we are in the final stage of testing. But in 2 week time, we should be able to see that process where you initially configure your main topic, who you want to target. You press the button, all this train Athena, everything will be pre-done for you. So that's what we are aiming for. Yeah.
Okay.
So these again, all these questions are very very important, and of course, you need to figure out yourself what is that you want to review, what you want to just leave it. Even if you leave it, it's not going to fundamentally change your original research because the topics and all those niche information has always more weight. But it's really important, if you really listen to this video, pay attention, you will get more in-depth understanding of why certain things are so important, why you need to filter people who are not qualifying at certain revenue level. For example, this is very important, like what is your product's emotional hook. That's very
Okay.
important.
Can we go back a little bit, please? The first one.
Yeah.
For example, here you have this MRR level. Now, I see this mainly for if you are doing a B2B, but what if, say, I am a medical practitioner or a health practitioner and my clients are individuals? So what is
Yeah.
the MRR level for that? Or do you mean income in that case?
Yeah, that would be interesting question always. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you are a health practitioner, you are in Singapore and you are renting a complex, and you can't treat people who cannot afford your hospital, so you will have some idea whom this kind of figure, right? It will also give you some good perspective, whom to target and who not to target, because every time we are thinking everyone should be our target, but within a specific niche, also based on their different attributes, their income, their demographics, their affordability, we should also make filter. And
Right.
at this stage, if you get it wrong, like 5K or 10K, it's not going to matter much, but it's your own understanding also. Even if there was no Athena input or not this, it's good exercise to do it on pen and paper and see who are the people who we want to target and who are those people we don't want to target. And now, since this information is here, you can put a reference point any time later also, or you can use it as a part of your content creation process. All this
Okay.
information we are using it, maybe not 100% use as it is, but still it's a part of the research process, and you can make a reference back to it, right?
Right.
So you can go as deep, as accurate you want, but you can also stay shallow on it. You don't need to like jump into the ocean and deep water, right? And you can still get content quality which should be okay, depending on your purpose. You will go very 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 deep if your purpose is really to get a specific outcome. Then you go really deep, right? But if you are only targeting a blog content or initial awareness content or campaign is on a high level, you can just close your eyes and go to and assume that this process is good, this is okay, these results are okay, and it should not harm your process, right? I can see here, you can see different variations here, like product emotion hook, how you identify with your niche. It has all the details that you need, like which type of lead magnet you're creating. It says you should be more attracting them with an email campaign, and you should be writing about this topic, where you want to drive them. It's just like some kind of information that is very important. And if you go through this video, it will really tell you why this is needed, like people friend that you know in the niche. It goes even defining their desired metrics, what books they are reading. For example, you can see these are the books that the initial founders read. The Lean Startup by Eric Ries is a popular book. Growth Hacker Marketing, or 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. These are the books they are reading. Now, having this knowledge is important because these tools they are using, these books they are using, where they are spending their time in reading, which type of popular forums they are browsing, which type of YouTube channel maybe they are looking at. This very, very, very good information that we can use while content creation, like Slack groups, podcast. Um, Here is important, like what is their mass desire. So the SaaS founder want to earn more money, have a good relationship with the customer, and get rid of his competitors. There may be a business desire of this person. Signing up for my service will empower you to train your team and your business. One more desire, get over 1,000 customer with to be in a position to buy blah blah blah, right? So these are all business desire. You can see also their personal desire to build a successful business. These are important to know and understand what is root cause of failures that they have seen in the past. This is all talking points, touch points that will help you, or it will help Athena also to understand the context and create the content, how, why they are afraid of, or what they are afraid of, right? Suspicions. It's good to go through this and understand. So you will have really good understanding. If content is produced by Athena, then you also know that in which context it is produced. So do you have any question at this stage? Then I can go to the bottom of the funnel.
Yes, there is a question. Is it possible to amend or to change Athena to with latest inputs even when everything is automated?
So repeat the question.
Okay, is it possible to make changes to the is it possible to amend Athena with the latest inputs even when everything is automated? Because I
Yes.
think yeah, okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. So let's say that today I did this, and 2 months later I log in again. I go and make some change. I go to train Athena. So when I do train Athena at this stage, we are redoing everything. So we are pulling latest every time I press this button. That means we are pulling the latest information. We are deleting the old information. Now we are pulling the latest information. So every time you do Athena refresh, it will refresh from the latest data that is available on Google, Reddit, Quora at the time when you trained Athena. It now I have trained Athena with both the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel. Now I'm going to the bottom of the funnel. And in bottom of the funnel, you don't need to answer anything. Basically, this is already sources are selected, and you can see market research. I also had search intent. I also produced some market insight data in the top of the funnel, so that's also coming here. If I would have done Google, Reddit, that will also come here. I can select if I want to only focus on market research on the bottom of the funnel, then I can also select this. So again, you might have seen here we are not providing any input. Only the input that we provided was initial two input, main topic of interest, who we want to target, and in the level 0 we had some question that we again modified, or answers that we modified. So answers of those questions. Other than that, we are not putting input, but we are correcting some of the input that we don't think are kind of relevant, or maybe false, or maybe inaccurate. So if you spend this time, then you are creating a research. You're kind of taking away all the effort you would have done via surveys, going through the all the reviews, going through different sources of data. It's all being automated for you in the behind the scene.
Okay,
Now,
so there is another question like, can we see Athena with multiple competitor websites?
right now, no. Like this is right now in the content creation, you can see per topic who are the competitors, right? But because it's also pulling the data from all the online top ranking content. So yes, you can see the competitors not here.
Content creation. Okay, so
Yes.
how about from YouTube videos? So can we see Athena with data from YouTube videos and PDF uploads?
Currently, not on the YouTube videos. Currently, you can feed it with uh, Quora, Reddit, Google. We are working on LinkedIn. And if you put some specific URL, or if you have some text, you can always copy paste on those insights. So this is what is important to mention. Suppose if you have your own research, if you have some information, you can always add here in this section, in this insight section, where they are relevant, right? You can just copy paste this information, and it will also index all this information. So if you have your own personal research, if you have a blog, if you have any content which is not on website but existing on a YouTube channel, or the channel that is not here, you can always copy paste that information and put it here. That will also be part of the Athena process or index. You can always search here. For example, I search online Iteration. I can even filter the sources on which I have trained Athena. So you can see how many data sources. Market research, our original, these insights are going. They were pulling the data from Google, Quora, Reddit, URL. Also, when you create sales content, they also become part of the input to the Athena training. There are multiple sources, and we will keep adding all these sources to get it more powerful. And also, you can choose the sources, copy this workspace, do then other research with other sources. But it's really injecting this all kind of data, which is highly correlated, semantically correlated with this topic, main topic.
Okay.
So if I search, uh, you can go through detail like here. You will see all the information that Athena has on this topic. If I can also filter maybe on market insight, or I can also market because we have data only from Google, market research, and market insight. But all the information is here, uh, from market research, from any other source that we have put on this topic. You can search it like it's like a Google search. You can search anything here. SaaS founder, even this is not related. It will pull all the information. It's like a search engine, internal search engine,
Hmm.
right? So you know, it's a desired activity. SaaS founders who are looking to ways to increase online visibility with prospective customers. So you can always confirm what kind of knowledge Athena has by searching any term here. And there's also a mechanism where this Athena data is binded with content creation, because it's kind of this the smart internal layer which is sitting in between the content creation and the research that you have done, right?
Right.
Now,
Okay. There's one more question. There's you have this button, fill with AI,
yes,
right? Can we use that multiple times to improve
yes,
the
yes,
inputs?
yes, you can improve. I'll show it. I'll show it. So I did already
Okay.
like bottom of the funnel, and I'm reviewing them one by one. So
Mhm.
let's say trends. People are starting to realize that online reputation management is important for SaaS founders. You will notice one thing: as you go deeper into the funnel, it will get more and more precise and accurate, because at this stage we have already fed it a lot of data. You can see data sources, Google Analytics, search metrics, social media, this kind of data sources that you can refer for this trend. You can also interpret this trend. Now, if I'm not happy with this, I'll just do a clear and do fill with AI again. And you can do
Mm.
it again and again until you're really happy with that. So again, it filled up with some data with some variation, but I think the most accurate data it can get based on that context is this. And I will show you on more some more example. But you might have not seen it until you really get into this detail. Quite extensive research in the top of the funnel, because it goes what activity they are doing currently, what old way of the job that they are doing, what is the old result they will get. The old results are that results are dismal. The online reputation management is not effective and not cost effective. This is their desired activity, new and better and cheaper way of doing through online, what they need to do through online reputation management. You can go, you can see, I mean, kind of quite detailed, some unique insights. You can even target this as a topic. Uh, Techies who want to improve their online reputation management skills. That's our kind of unique insight. And then you have a lot of other ideas here. And by the way, these are also feeding back to the content creation. So bottom of the funnel is very extensive. It's like what promise you're making um, to your audience, right? It goes into detail. You have like case studies. You can also, now we don't have the case study, but you can feed the actual case study. Like suppose you work with a customer, you can feed here actual case study with actual references. You also want to fill it with AI, that's okay. But believe me, the case study has to be real, right? So in order to have a real case study, you can fill this data, and this case study then will be used in your content creation process. You are with me on this?
Yes.
Yeah. So benefits and outcome about your service is quite detailed. I can go and read them for everyone, but the main benefit is Elma Pena online reputation management for SaaS founder, offered to SaaS founder who are looking for online reputation management. You provide an online reputation management solution for SaaS founders who are looking for. So it's going into detail, right?
Right.
Number one, increase brand awareness and visibility in online world, reduce the cost of bad reviews, and increase conversion rate. You can see already a lot of ideas here. The SaaS founders who are looking for online reputation management may save up to 20% of their current cost. Amount they will save $3,000 if you if they follow your services, for example. And
Okay.
of course, you can build your entire offer from here. How it works is also here, like activity, feature job, feature name. Your service has a feature name. Your service has an outcome of this. You can go as much as detail. It also suggests in feature value. You can fill up with the real prices, of course. You want to make an offer. Suppose if you are building a funnel or a page, you need to get your offer also. So it also help you to create offer. Alternative to your service is hire a PR agency, hire an SEO agency, use paid advertising or search engine. This all alternative will cost them $13,000, but your service is available in €49. You save $49, right? So
Right.
this is how these arguments, sales arguments, are getting built up here in this funnel steps. You can go
Okay.
through, right? So we are building real sales argument here, and we are building the bottom of the funnel sales offer here, and it's all these answers are automatically done. Uh, since we don't have testimonial, we can also create a testimonial, but again, you want to put the real right information here.
Yes.
So this is very deep actually, bottom of the funnel, and is very unique because it's more accurate with numbers, figures. You can build the whole sales arguments, and also while creating sales copy, this whole data will be pulled up. So you will have really good, high quality sales letter there. Core concepts. Uh, Maybe some you wanted to see them fill clear or fill them again, but this is core concept behind your business. Elma Pena offers a suite of online reputation management tools that tech entrepreneurs can use to improve their online image. Elma Pena online offers online reputation management for techies is to help founders to manage critical online reviews. So you see, it's all core value, right? Core value of your service is to get rid of bad reviews, right?
Or manage bad reviews.
Yeah, or manage bad
Right.
reviews. Huh. But you can always make some changes here, right?
Right.
That's what you will expect from AI. I mean,
Exactly.
it's
So as long as we can make some changes, then that's great. But I like that I already have a starting point instead of starting from scratch.
yes, yes. You have a very good reference point to start, and
Right.
then top of this, you have done the social listening, all the data that you have. You also go through an extensive process of research, and that is your foundation to create any content. Now, how this sound, right? This is really much better foundation than not having this research in first place, right? So this was the last category. I don't want to go into detail, but you can see if you want to create today offer today, then you will start something like an ultimate guide to online reputation management.
Okay.
4 hour online training course with our 15 videos and 50 plus exercise to help you manage your online reputation. I mean, it's good, right?
Yep.
4,500 that you can charge. Um, what does this piece do this for them? Create, manage, and optimize your website or maybe your online content, right?
Right.
What is the main benefit of this service? The main benefit of this help you to get more customers and leads. So I leave it here, but this is the whole process of managing these three funnel steps. Top of the funnel, which is more focused on demographics, semantics, psychographics. It's more awareness stage. You really discover Fred, like your target audience, the person who has fears, results, he expect something and he has a desire. Then you draw this thread towards the exploration phase, where you are trying to understand where he is having fun, on which channel he is having kind of is spending time, and what are his dreams, failures, fears, suspicion, and enemies of your thread. And then in the bottom of the funnel, you're building sales argument, you're understanding the current environment and trend, what are the current activities that this person is busy, how the new activities with your services he can get better result. There are could be case studies, testimonials, influencer endorsement, and you can also add your own funnel, or basically offer uh, how to offer and package the service in a powerful offer. So this all the stages are divided like into as per the intent. And you can of course, whenever you create content, we are also trying to map, and this is also like one of the addition in the feature. So whenever you create content, you can map it back, if this was using the top of the funnel or middle of the funnel or bottom of the funnel. So you will be able to also classify the information. Shall we
Okay.
create a quick
Uh, yeah, I think we should go to that one because Faz is asking. Sometimes you just want to generate some headlines or answer some questions. So how would he do that?
Yeah, that you would have already done it here, right? I already told you that you don't need to go all the way through the process. Once you do the initial two input, you come to this stage, you open this advanced insight, and now you start already typing here from blank, like
Mhm.
what is online reputation management. This is just as it is, like it's as simple as you don't need to go all the way through that, and you can already start creating content. So was, let me say, Ask Me Athena. Maybe it's looking a bit more time. So I'll try it again. You can also select the sources on which you want to influence Athena. So it's also possible to add modes. I guess I need to double check what is the case, but here you can already create content. Should not be, you don't need to go all the way. You just pull this advanced mode, and it's available in every place, right? You
Mhm.
pull this advanced mode, you write something, you select that, and you can use, it's exactly same editor which is also in the content creator. So you can write here already. I'll double check why we didn't get this result, but this should be possible all the time here from here itself. Any other question that we want to discuss?
No questions now.
Because here you can also create your own template,
Right.
and all these information, or all the content that we are going to create also will appear as a kind of calendar or the process. So shall we jump now on also content creation, or this is part of our next workshop?
We can start with content creation, and then in our next workshop, we can have the templates.
Yeah, so maybe I will use a simple idea here and see how far we go. So main
Okay.
topic of interest is how to manage your online reputation. Content idea, top 5 tips for SaaS founders to manage. We don't need to repeat the whole context because we have already a lot of context basically. Here is good to address always people with you. What problem does this content solve for your readers? And I can say you will be um, you will be able to manage your um, SaaS reviews with more confidence. Let's put it like that, right? You can add a little
Okay.
bit more context here. You can be a little bit more descriptive, but this is enough for this demo purpose. More accurate, you can frame the information what you want. Better and precise, the data it can pull from the research and create content for you. And every time you create content, it will be on par with your like research on brand with consistent same voice that is there in the research. That is added value and benefit of doing pre-research and then creating very consistent set of content. Live demos are always difficult because you might miss some part or something. So uh,
Right.
that's a good test of sometime instability of the application.
But you keep on improving the product. Like I think a few months ago, I it's very different. It changed a lot over
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
So
Oh, true, true. It's a lot of
I'm getting lost in the dashboard already.
so I'm not sure. It should not never takes a long time. Uh, but I can give it one more try, or maybe I can pick up another content from here. Can create sales letters too. Oh, this is my favorite, Dan Kennedy. Let me try this one. Main topic is everything here. Let's see if we get this passed.
Okay.
Otherwise, in the next module, we can go into very detail into content creation, both sales-related content and also the blog-related content. How to get first draft, how to expand on that, how to use competitor content, and how to optimize it further. So those topics we can definitely cover in the another session.
Okay. Especially like if most of us here would like to write a landing page script that can convert.
Right, right.
Right.
So definitely, if our research inputs are good and if we are following a right proper frameworks like sales framework or a blog content framework, then obviously conversion will be much better. But we are also uh, building the tool further where you will be able to pull the actual results of conversion, and then based on those results we can further streamline the research or provide it better feedback loop, so we can focus more on the things which are working better and less focus on the things which are not working better, or other way around, improve the things which are not working. That's also possible. So that's the
Do
kind
you,
of next step
okay.
of the.
Would you also have something like an A/B testing tool?
Um, yeah, that is possible, right? Because if I replicate this workspace with some different parameters and create like two block from this workspace, two block from that workspace, and see which is converting better, right? Then I
Mm-hmm.
basically doing the A/B test.
Okay.
Is somehow it is possible theoretically right now also, because if you copy this workspace, change main topic of interest, and instead of SaaS founder, you do digital marketers, and then see which audience convert better, right? You
Right.
can always do this. What we want to do further is connect your Google Analytics account and build some UTM parameter to you, all the published URL, and from there we want to track their performance and then pull all the information, what is performing better, traffic sources or the keywords or particular context, and then feedback that into Athena learning process. So somehow I have some issues I need to check. Maybe it's just a refresh I will do and it will work, or maybe some information is glitching in this workspace we saw in the beginning.
Right.
But in the next course, we can go through the content creation process, of course.
Okay. So thanks
Yeah.
so much, Harish, and thanks so much everyone for joining us tonight. So our next live event would be next week on the 18th, same time. Oh,
Sure.
sorry, 18. 17. It's 18 for me. That's why. Okay. And just to let everyone know that we have okay, because a lot of people were asking for the LTD link for CrawlQ. Let me just put this one on top. Okay,
Uh,
so CrawlQ is available as an LTD. So this is the link jo.my/CrawlQ LTD, and the discount code is agency 30 for 30% off.
yes, for 30% off on agency. And we are also coming up with the Black Friday offer, so you
Hmm.
can upgrade your current LTD to a higher tier. Or if you don't have, you can ask during this Black Friday window. But we will soon release the campaign. So you can,
Okay, so yes, as once you have the campaign ready, let me know so that we can
yeah, sure,
inform everyone in my group as well.
sure, I will.
Okay. So thanks so much, everyone, and thanks so much, Harish, for your time. I definitely learned more, and this is the first time I actually had a look at the bottom of the funnel stage of training Athena, and I learned a lot. And I think by next week I should have a ready workspace for you that we can create content from. I should
Yes,
be able to share it with you, right? The workspace.
yeah, you should be able to tell me which workspace it is. And
Hmm.
if we are working from same account, then of course you can share with me because then I'm part of your team. I can log in as a part of your team, and then I can use that workspace. You can add me as a team member, or I can create for you, or we can use this workspace. That is also possible.
Okay. So thanks, Jao. Yes, this became a teaser because of a bug tonight. We are going to tackle that next week. And when is the Black Friday campaign going to be live?
On I think 17th of November 17th,
Okay.
or
So,
maybe a little bit early. But I will inform you maybe a little bit
yeah.
early or by 17th latest.
Okay, great. Because that's exactly when we have our third live stream for the
Yes.
content creation and
Okay.
the
Okay.
templates.
Sure.
Perfect.
Sure.
Awesome. So thanks, everyone. And thanks again, Harish, for your time. And we see you again next week.
Yeah. I appreciate your
Okay.
time and for
Thank you.
everyone who spent time with us today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I love the questions that came in. So thanks so much. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.